Every year I see importers lose thousands, not because of bad products, but because of small mistakes in shipping. Let's break down the top three. Number 1, not understanding Incoterms. Number 2, ignoring port storage timelines. And number 3, incomplete or inaccurate documentation. You may have heard of Incoterms before. They're those weird letters that get thrown around a lot in shipping, things like FOB, CIF, and DDP. Basically, they're a standardized set of rules that define where the responsibility begins and ends in the supply chain. You probably already have a set of Incoterms in your existing contracts. If not, chances are your freight forwarder is using the default set, which puts most of the risk and cost on you, the importer. So what does this mean for you? Well, let's say you're in Ohio and you buy a container from China with an FOB Shenzhen. What that means is that you're responsible for everything from the port of Shenzhen. Your job is to figure out how to get it to Ohio. This includes booking the vessel, freight, handling the customs clearance, getting the container to the port in time, and all associated costs. On the other hand, if you were to ship the same load from China to Ohio with a DDP Incoterm, your freight forwarder would take care of everything. They'd book the vessel, handle customs clearance on both ends, get it to the port in time, and deliver it to your door in Ohio. Now, there are several other Incoterms in between those two, each shifting more and more of the liability and cost to the exporter. The main point here is that you need to know exactly where your responsibility begins and ends. Otherwise, you could be paying for freight or insurance or duties that you never planned for. Mistake number 2, ignoring port storage timelines. Once your cargo arrives at the port of discharge, you have a limited amount of time to pick it up before you start getting charged storage fees. These are commonly referred to as demurrage and detention. Demurrage is assessed by the shipping company, and it's based on the number of days the container spends sitting at the port. Detention is assessed by your freight forwarder, and it's based on the number of days that the container is in their custody. Typically, you'll get 6 to 10 free days at the port before demurrage kicks in at a rate of $50 to $250 per container per day. If your freight forwarder doesn't pick up your container within their free storage period, then detention charges will start to pile on. We've seen these charges rack up to hundreds of dollars per day per container. The best way to avoid port storage fees is to make sure that your containers are picked up as soon as they arrive. A good freight forwarder will keep you informed on the status of your shipment so that you're never surprised by port arrival. They'll also coordinate with your trucking company to make sure that the carrier is available when the container arrives. Mistake number 3, incomplete or inaccurate documentation. Missing or incorrect codes and forms can cause major headaches in your supply chain. For example, let's say that your freight forwarder doesn't include the country of origin on the commercial invoice. That one small omission could trigger an inspection and delay your shipment for days. Or let's say that you need to get a certificate of air or seaworthiness for a machinery shipment. If you don't send your freight forwarder the required specifications, they won't know what to put on the certificate, causing another delay. To avoid these costly mistakes, make sure that you and your freight forwarder are on the same page when it comes to documentation requirements. A reliable freight forwarder will have checklists in place to ensure that all required documents are accounted for and that they contain accurate information. They should also be able to guide you through any special requirements for your industry or for your destination country. The bottom line: thousands of dollars in potential savings or losses ride on the decisions that you make when choosing a freight forwarder. It may be worth spending a little more to get the added peace of mind that comes with a partner who understands your business, takes proactive steps to mitigate risk, and keeps you informed every step of the way. I'm here to help. Let's talk soon.